Water is the softest and most yielding substance, yet nothing is better than water for overcoming the hard and rigid, because nothing can compete with it. Lao Tzu.
Name straight, new wave. 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 Yeah. 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 Memories. Memories. Yeah. Memories. Memories.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Console Gaming League. I am Joker's Ransom, he is Big Sam, and we're here bringing you an NA Masters PC matchup in the winners finals. This is an alternate F4 versus Ambatakum, and this should be a fantastic matchup.
Should be an absolute banger. Ambatakum beat alternate F4 in the regular season stage 2, where I think they ran the table, and that was alternate F4's only loss. But other than that, alternate F4 had a better win-loss record and hit a bigger map differential. So both teams something to play for. Ambatakum wants to win 2 in a row and advance to the grand finals. Alternate F4 wants to, get revenge and get the win this time and go on to the grand finals to compete. So both teams have something to play for. It's going to be a hard-hitting affair.
And speaking of which, let's take a look at that bracket here to see how we got to this winners final so far. Obviously, the two teams top of their division and top seeded, and now they're in the winners finals. And well, the loser obviously does not go just home just yet. They have the losers bracket finals to play through, but obviously, like you said, you want to get into the grand finals here and now. And it's going to start off, Sam, on a map that is, for all intents and purposes, a brawl-heavy map. We're headed to Antarctic Peninsula.
Yeah, ever since the patch updates came out Tuesday, a lot of Ryan has been getting played. I do know sometimes like the Ramatra Brawl gets played more versus the Winston with a Kiriko and Ana is played more, but we are going to be in for a treat for this game. I think your both teams are just going to be brawl heavy.
But well, before we go into the game, I did in fact forget to talk about the rosters here. So let's take a look at this alternate F4 lineup to start things off. We got Zay and Lebe on the DPS line there for them. Then we've got Barbie on the tank role, Monk and Serena rounding out that support line. And then we take a look at Ambatakum's roster here, Sam.
Yeah, we got Mata and Cookies on the DPS, Markeisha on the tank, Sock and Natalie on the supports. The one thing to keep in mind is Ambatakum has 2 subs, where Alternate 4 has none. So this is Alternate 4 is what you see is what you're getting. Nobody getting subbed in or subbed out. So basically, they all are going to play together. They pretty much know their shot caller and they pretty much know their responsibilities.
As now we're finally ready to go into the game. The game's loading up right now off screen, waiting for us to get into the game. And I believe we're starting out, if I'm not mistaken, this is in fact labs that we're going to be going to.
Looks like it. Yeah, looks like we're going to labs.
But we do in fact have a pause. The spectator crash, unfortunate for them in the end. I believe that is the coach for alternate F4 that's crashed. But I mean, that's what's gonna happen when things in online tournaments.
Yeah, it happens. It's a thing, but at least it was now and not in the middle of the game, or not in the middle of a huge team fight. And at least it wasn't a player in the middle of that team fight. So at least it happened early on, where it's an easy fix, and really doesn't impact the flow of the game, so to speak. And it looks like they're back in.
Yeah, again, it was just a coach, obviously, so, but still, it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. It's not even in the game yet, so even if it was a player, nothing would be impacted. But speaking of impact here, Sam, we're looking at two variations of the Brawl composition right now. Ambatakum going for the Reinhardt with Incredible Hero on that Reinhardt, and then alternate F4 on the Ramatra.
Yeah, more times than not, Ramatra will win with the resources, but it's going to be very interesting, especially after the patch updates happen. So we shall see. I'm expecting Zay to pop off with the Cassidy versus Cookies on the Sojourn.
Well, we shall see here as... no, I was mistaken. This is Icebreaker to start things off. And to start things off, Zay finds Natalie out of the fight already as the Ramatra base coming out on top to start things off. Zay with another nice shot onto Mata, taking them out of this fight. And now, yeah, this is just all alternate F4. The Incredible Hero does take down Zay in the meantime. But again, it's not going to be enough to change the tide of that fight.
It's not. Zay got the early pickoffs, and that's what you want, is that first big crucial pickoff, and that's how most teams engage. So very good for alternate F4, very good start for them.
Yeah, as they're going to come into this fight, the dueling Maywells on the point here, but it's still anyone's point at the moment. The Nemesis form coming out, but Leba is going to be the one to go down. Natalie on the Lucio, finding that first pick. Now, Ambatakum can come to the point and get things underway, start their percentage up as a nice charge comes in from Incredible Hero there, and that is going to be Ambatakum taking this first fight.
Yeah, they needed to get some momentum going, and usually it's like just get a small pick, get a small team fight win, and that's what it takes to get some momentum. So good for them. Let's see if they can continue going on with these ults coming online for them.
Yeah, they've got some ults coming online here. They've got the Annihilation, that's huge, and they don't have a sound barrier to counter it out as both of... Oh! Let's take a minute to decompress after that massive fire strike coming in from Incredible Hero on the Reinhardt, just taking names quickly from Ambatakum, forcing them out. Still, didn't get any other ultimates out from them, which you would have liked to see, but there's that clutch fire strike coming in from Incredible Hero.
Yeah, the fire strike through the window is a lot of damage coming in, and if there's no shield right there, no sound barrier, it's just easy pick off, it's easy damage, and there's nothing you can do about it.
As they come now into this fight, they've got this Annihilation available that needs to be used. That Blizzard almost available from Lebe as well. The Deadeye is going to be the one to use first. There's the Shatter coming out as well. There's the Blizzard. It's an ult Fiesta on point, and it's working in favor of Ambatakum, finding all the picks they need. Blizzard used late by Lebe, and that is not good in the long run. Did not get any value. All they have now is the Annihilation.
Yeah, that must have been a misclick, but that's very, very bad for Leba and alternate F4. But you're right, in this engagement, they're going to have to push in with Barbie. Barbie's going to use the Annihilation, try to get a pick going, try to get some momentum going.
As they now come into this fight, they're looking to get things under the way. The Annihilations come through and forced away Ambatakum from the point for the time being, but the sound barrier is there from Natalie to open things up into the favor of Ambatakum now, as that should be all she wrote on this first map of Antarctic Peninsula.
It should be. And it's just been a good engagement. Ambatakum, like I said, they won last time. They're trying to recreate that magic and win this time around.
As the overtime bar is ticking away, Zay swapped over to the soldier to try to get back to the point. They did take down Cookies, but they go down in the end. The overtime bar ticking away. They can't get back to the point. It is, in the end, Liba is going to fall as Ambatakum take map round number 1.
Both teams were very good on that map. We're both very polished in their attacks. I think, honestly, the early pickoffs determined a lot of that stuff. I think Liba's miss on the Blizzard may have hurt their chances to win. So more than likely next time maybe there's some misclick, but we shall see what happens on this go around.
Yes, now well, we're obviously looking to wait until to see where we're headed to next, as they've decided onto labs. We're going to mirror this Reinhardt comps that Ambatakum was using. They are still going to stick with Zay on the Cassidy, though, here, Sam.
And Cassidy's been huge, and he's kind of becoming a meta pick coming up this patch update. His grenade is still good. His roll ability is still good, so not surprised that he's getting picked heavily.
Well, Barbie is going to go down early in this fight as Ambatakum are able to come and take the remaining amount of players on alternate F4, as this should be, again, their first capture percentage going to Ambatakum.
It looks like kept that one easily. The good Maywall and the charge into it for Ambatakum. Arkisha's close to the hammer down, the Earth Shatter. So I'm expecting that to maybe try to open engagement up when that one comes online first for them, but we shall see.
We shall see indeed, as the rotation is being made now by Ambatakum. Gonna be catching Zay out of the fight early on. The charge cancellation coming in, the stun up, and it's gonna help take down an incredible hero for the side of alternate F4, but they're still losing players all around them at the moment. But there's another trade. It's still even all around, but alternate F4 still need to find some more picks. They need these picks in the end. It looks like Barbie is going to be able to be the one to solidify this fight for them.
Yeah. Losing your tank is not what they needed, and when Farkeisha went down early, that led Barbie to stay there and get a lot of ult charge and force a lot of resources from Mata. So it was good right there. Good team chemistry, good coordination right there, and alternate F4 to cap the point.
Yeah, now they look to come back into this. They only have their Shatter available. They're going to have some more ultimates on the board in the late fight. And, well, now they have one online in the overclock. But this Amp Matrix is just buying them time, buying them space, and buying them percentage. The Shatter now comes out from both of their Reinhardts. The Blizzard coming in as response with the Sound Meter to wrap things up for alternate F4 yet again, and holding on to this point.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, even if you take the trade off, like you 2 for 1, 3 for 1, so you take the trade off your alternate F4. Zay obviously is getting heavily focused because the good hard carry / good, a lot of damage potential from the Cassidy is, of course, the thing to look out for. And Ambatakum's just trying to take him out as fast as possible, but that's on alternate forward to rotate around and able to get picks on their end and win their engagements.
The biggest thing, though, is they got rid of that sound barrier. Now, Mata popping this Blizzard on the point is going to be able to get so much value. This no health and no support ultimates to keep up alternate F4 for the time being, as they come back strong and take the point.
Yeah, I think that was just the point where Ambatakum was like, we just got to press ults and use them. There was no support ults they could have used. There's no beat drop. And Immort can only do so much for you. So good on them for forcing that last engagement and then capitalizing on this engagement. Let's see if they can keep it up.
It's definitely going to be hard as the ultimates are coming on board, but they do have their support ultimates of their own. There's the sound, or the Amp Matrix coming in. There is the Deadeye, though, from Zay being sped around by the Lucio. Not going to find anything. The Maywall comes up, does not split the team in half. like Mata was hoping. Now the Blizzard or Bane Wall comes in response. Sound Barrier, the Shatter coming out. Does not interrupt the beat, but it does take down Mata, as that is going to be a headshot at Earth Shatter. Is alternate F4 come back strong.
That was just a good tank player right there and able to get it, flip the point over. Very good Shatter. Even if you take him out, the Shatter was already done by then. Damage was done.
And he just bopped Mata on the head there to use that Earth Shatter to perfection. Now they rotate in. The Baywall's coming up. The Blizzard from Leba is there in response, but it does seem to be kited around by this Ambatakum squad. They still do lose Cookies. They've lost Natalie, and now things are looking dire for them in this round. Thankfully, they won at round 1, but round 2 goes to alternate F4.
Like we said at the beginning, both teams are evenly matched. It's just Ambatakum won earlier in the season, and that was alternate F4's only loss. So they want revenge. Ambatakum, they said beat them once, beat them again. So both teams are evenly matched, and both teams know how to prepare for one another. So, and when I said this is going to be a banger, this is going to be an absolute banger of a match. So we're in for a treat if this first one's going to 3 maps.
Yeah, as they are looking really good so far, but only time will tell who can take this round of Arctic Peninsula on sub-levels here. As now Zay over to the Hanzo here, Sam.
Hanzo's got a lot of hard carry potential. The Dragon Strikes can be very devastating. Long range from across the map. Zay might pop off on this map if he's picking Hanzo. Hanzo's got a lot of DPS potential.
Yeah, as Cookies has already found Monk out of the fight. Nice shots coming in from her. And now things can open up from Ambatakum as they've got a nice pin. They don't get the kill onto Natalie, though. This might be the mistake that leads them to losing this first point here as an Incredible Hero takes down Leba. As this should be the point in their favor unless things change quickly for alternate F4, and things are. Zay finds another pick onto Mata. Cookies is down as well as they're still trying to keep them up. The nice heals coming in from Serena. Incredible Hero takes them down in the end, though, so it's looking all Ambatakum off the back of Incredible Hero.
Yeah, I mean, one thing we talk about is tank difference, and already Arkeisha's already had ult versus Barbie hadn't. I mean, if you already get a 2-to-1 ult usage at any position, you're going to be in a good position to win. Especially the tank position where we only have one tank. So, very good from Ambatakum to use that and get the ult shard, get the ult built up and used it. So, we'll see what happens in this next engagement with Zay having ult.
Well, that's a huge pick coming in already from Barbie to open things up in the favor of alternate F4 as now the Amp Matrix come through from both of the squads. That Zay is looking for this flank angle, looking for some shots with the Hanzo arrows, landing some headshots. There it is, Sock goes down, and that is alternate F4 coming back strong and getting the point in their favor.
It is, and right there you see the Hanzo in the back line, and then jumping around using the agility, and just using the maneuverability. You got to be aware of that at all times. If not, and that's a pick off when you least expect it. That's going to really mess your team flow up and your synergy up. So picking up the Hanzo's got to be top priority from Ambatakum. If not, the Hanzo will just snipe you and win Amp 4 team fight after team fight after team fight.
Yeah, as now they're rotating up. Oh, okay. I was about to say they're rotating the point, trying to take this away. They have the sound barrier, but not any longer. Zay with another nice headshot takes down Natalie, and now they have to regroup and wait for that Lucio to come out back and help them into the position.
They do. It's just like I said, that Hanzo, that early pickoffs mess up a lot of teams, and now, like you said, you're 1/3 of the way to victory for both teams. That's the one thing. Any momentum you get can help you win this team fight, win these maps.
So in the midst of all that, a lot of ultimates were used, but in the end, it's going to be alternate F4 holding on to this point, but they might lose the point progress for a time being. They do. That is kind of big. They're going to lose about 3 to 4% that they could have had in that time frame.
That 34% can be all it takes to win. Even right now, it seems 65-70%. You're looking at 1 to 2 more engagements. If Zay gets one more pick off early, that could be game over, forcing Ambatakum to compete with a 5v4.
Well, that's a nice pick. Monk is gonna go down. The charge counter comes through as well to lock up Barbie in the midst of the blizzard from Mata, and that's a huge play coming in for Ambatakum, who needed that fight one, as it's up to 89% for alternate F4.
Yeah, they needed that one the worst way. There's a little more life so they don't go down 2-1 to this team. Looking at Leamington, Keisha's going to use the ult. I'm probably expecting Salk to do the window through the fire strike through the window to try to get 1 or 2 picks. If not, Monk's going to have to use his beat drop probably for part of the engagement.
Yeah, as they're going to come in here, the sound, the speed boost comes in, and the shatter came out from Incredible Hero. Does not land onto anyone, but Cookies has found the shot onto Zay. She takes them out, and now it's looking a little bit rougher for alternate F4, especially losing Leba, as everything going in the favor of Ambatakum right now. As this, and oh no, Monk did use the sound barrier as well.
That may have been a misclick or thought he could save, but no, that may have been a misclick. That might come back to hurt him, as this is going to be the last engagement for them to try to, for alternate 4 to try to win this one. If not, Ambatakum looks like they're going to go 1-0 right here, unless something major happens or a massive pickoff happens.
Well, the Dragon Strike is going to be the thing to start things off, and Zay goes down. This is all but over now for alternate F4, as they try to hold on. The Blizzard was Ajax in the midst of all of that as well, as Ambatakum take map number 1.
Yeah, that was a very good, solid map from both teams. It could have went either way. Ambatakum takes it 1-0 in this best of 3. I think it's first to 3. So they gotta win 2 more. It's just really good synergy by both teams. There's just a few plays or a few misclicks. What happened? Go back to the first and the third map. If the misclick on the beat drop and the misclick on the May Blizzard don't happen, maybe Ultimate 4 wins it. So we'll never know.
Yeah, obviously it's a game of what ifs, and we can only guess in what ifs. But we have some nice replays here from the first round of, or first game of the match so far. Some nice plays in, but here, now we head into our next map, which is going to be a hybrid, and they have only 3 choices to pick from here, which is going to be Blizzard World, Kings Row, or Hollywood. Now I'm expecting it's going to be the expectation. I actually don't know what these two teams. We've only seen Brawl because of what Antarctic Peninsula bodes. It's just obviously I don't know. I maybe stick away from the Hanzo that Zay was working well with, but then when Cookies swapped over to their own Hanzo, or her own Hanzo as well, she looked really good on it. So it's a really difficult decision to see where they're going to be headed to.
Everybody says Kings Row. The way I look at it, Ambatakum only played the Rhine, so the question is, can Markeisha play other things than the Rhine? If not, does alternate 4? So let's pick a map that our tank's more better on, slash a tank that they have to play that's meta, so to speak, and it's really not as good in that hero as they are on Rhine. So I could see Hollywood, but more than likely they're going to say Kings Row, but I could see Hollywood.
So that's not either the case for either of those 2 choices here, Sam. We're going to be headed into Blizzard World here in the rainy variant of it as well. I believe I saw our observer click there. So I believe this is me and Hippie's favorite map type, or at least map weather. So I'm excited to see it, and I'm excited to see these 2 teams obviously go off of Brawl, because Winston's just so much better on this map. Sigma's so much better. Diva as well. Even a Wrecking Ball as well could be so much better on this map than that Reinhardt, until we get into point number 3.
Yeah. You're right. You're probably gonna see the dive come out. On defense, you might see a bunker, but more than likely not gonna see a bunker. But you're probably gonna see a dive, and then probably dive for the second point, and then when you get the third point, you're probably just because everything gonna be close quarters for the most part. You're gonna see a brawl come out for both teams. That's what I'm expecting. With the recent changes, I would say probably Wrecking Ball over Winston, but you can pick either tank. To be honest with you.
And both teams are picking either tank here at the moment. Obviously, we'll take a look at Ambatakum's composition when they roll out, but right now we're seeing alternate F4 on the Wrecking Ball sort of chaos comp with the Sombra and Tracer, with the Zenyatta and Brigida backline.
Yeah, especially with the recent news to Brig with her ult. I figure Brig's gonna be the meta support hero. Sombra's so powerful from the last one. Last patch. I'm expecting her to hack the Winston, and then the Tracer, Wrecking Ball are gonna just come in and dive with the Monk's Discord Orb on the Winston to try to get the Winston as fast as possible.
See, the only reason I think we're seeing Brigida from either of these two teams right now is because of the less mobile heroes they're attempting to run with, say, the Ana and Zenyatta. They need the protection that the Brigida bringing, but, well, no protection for Leba, as Cookies is in the skies, shaking out Serena, as well as Cookies on the Echo. It's going wild, make it 3 now for her, as they force back alternate F4.
That's one thing I've noticed a lot of games is if a Pharah or Echo is on, like playing really good in games, that Echo, Pharah, and just those flyers are just so dominant and very hard to kill. And you're going to force alternate 4 to go to like a hit scan to take care of that. So that's what's probably going to happen. If it doesn't happen, I'll be very surprised.
As now they come in to this next fight. Does Ambatakum with they've got the advantage currently due to winning that fight by a pretty large margin. Besides that off support slash flex support role for them, as they're gonna look in, go for the blow up with the sticky bombs, but the recall is there from Leba, as things are looking up for them right now, but there's some nice damage coming in from alternate F4, looking to come back, hold out on this first point here as a nice sleep dart comes into Barbie, but it's all Cookies once again for Ambatakum.
Yeah, Cookies is really popping off, and I'm interested with the Echo Ultimate for Cop Duplicate. Who they're going to duplicate? I could see duplicating the Wrecking Ball, I could see duplicating the Brig, I could see duplicating the Cassidy. This is going to be very interesting what is duplicated.
It really is, as now they look to come into this next fight here, as they've got this minefield available from Barbie, as the copy comes in on to Zay, who is on the Cassidy, as there's the pulse bomb coming out from Mata to open things up into the favor of Ambatakum. As things are looking on the up and up still for Ambatakum at the moment. The minefield does come out, but the Primal Rage is there from Incredible Hero, as this should be the point unlocked, but the Deadeye is going to buy them more time. Force back Ambatakum. The dive comes out. Zay super low. Can they get the follow-up on there? They do. Cookies takes them down, as this should be it. No, they're still investing ultimates into this fight, trying to hold on. The Transcendent's not going to find the value that they were hoping for, though, losing Serena in the fight, as Ambatakum takes point number 2.
Yeah. And in case you didn't see right there, Natalie did pop the ult, and that whole Brig ult with a new shield and the stun, able to stun 3 people at one time is so important, and it forces the alternate for them to back up. And here they have a swap of it's a whole 3 swaps on supporting their team for this third point of the map. I'm surprised to see Winston's. I'm more than likely thought we'd see both Ryans being played.
Yeah, no, Winston's still a very good brawl, rush style hero, if you will. That's how they're going to probably attempt to play this hero, as they're going to come in here onto this next fight. The Pulse Bomb comes through from Leba to start things off. They do go down in the Tracer duel, but it's still looking good for alternate F4 as they come back, find all the picks they need to hold on point number 3 for the time being.
Right there, that Zay on the Sojourn was very close to dying to that Pulse Bomb, so almost got a stick there on Mata, but it was a very good evasiveness thing to get the health pack to heal up, so just that close from taking out Zay and possibly turning that fight around from your Ambatakum.
As they're going to look to go into the dive onto Sock in the back line, as Natalie is going to go down early on this fight, as this should be the side of alternate F4 holding on. Incredible Hero does take down Serena, but it's still not enough to change this fight.
It's not. Zay got a huge big on Cookies, who does have the ult, and as close as you are to the spawn, you might as well just wait, and because you Nano. If Nano wasn't invested, I could see them using it. I could see the alternate F4 using Monk's ult or Serena's ult prior to this engagement.
Well, Cookies is attempting to use that focusing beam. Now they've got the copy on to the Echo, but it's just going to be blown up immediately here, as now alternate F4 are still looking to get this hold down. It's down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and there's the Pulse Bomb stick coming out for Incredible Hero, almost going down there. The healing was there from Sock to keep them up and healthy for the time being, as it's still alternate F4 holding on to this point.
They're holding it, and we're looking at like 3 minutes and 20 on the clock, so it's not bad. They've held it for a good while on this, so this is really good for them if they want to try to force overtime or have a chance to win this one.
That was a nice primal coming in, though, from Incredible Hero, taking Zay out in the midst of their overclock, as things are looking now back into the direction of Ambatakum, and they find all the picks they need. They do have the sound barrier available if they are going to try to recontest it, but I don't think that's going to happen, as round 1 finishes with all 3 points completed.
Yeah, there was just too many pickoffs at the end. If they would have died a little bit later, possibly would have retested at the very end and would have engaged with Monk's ult, but they were staggered too far apart, I believe, and that's what made Ambatakum able to beat them and able to get the picks and have the good, proper engagement you need to win that fight. Alternate F4, they held it for a good while, so they did a really good solid job for the most part, holding as long as they could. So somewhat of some momentum, not really some, but kind of sort of can work and build around it. Because all they gotta do is just beat the time bank, and we have overtime.
Yeah, it is looking good so far for them to go up 2-0 in the series here, Sam. As they're attempting to, well, they're going to just keep the same composition. However, Cookies is going to go over to the Sombra to start things off.
Yeah, more than likely the Sombra's going to be in here to hack the ball. And that's, as soon as that ball is hacked, you're going to see the Winston and Tracer dive on the ball and kill the ball, unless the Lucio or Kiriko can put some resources to help it. If not, the ball's going to have a very hard time, because we all know Sombra's been a very hard countered Wrecking Ball since Wrecking Balls came in, so we shall see what happens.
We shall see indeed, as Ambatakum are currently looking to go 2-0 up in the series here. They can complete this hold on their defense, as the dive almost coming in, but hey, they're going to maybe get Monk caught out here. No, they're going to be able to get back to the squad. The pile driver comes through, but then a nice anti-nade comes in here from Sock, taking Monk out of this fight. Now things are looking a little bit rough for this alternate F4 squad, who is in the back with no speed boost and no more healing. They did lose Sock, so it is big. That is a lot of healing now gone, and they're almost able to take down Natalie as well. This is not looking too good for either of these two squads, but the spawn advantage might be a little bit more in the favor of Ambatakum, so they might be able to come back in this.
It's hard to say because it's anybody's engagement, but that was a really good boops by Barbie. Losing Natalie Stock, and then right when Stock was kind of like starting to get back in engagement, Natalie goes down thanks to the boop. So Barbie's doing really good with the boops and getting the good ultra put up on the Wrecking Ball. The alternate F4 needs it if they want to try to contest it and get the mines on the point.
Well, they're going to come in here is alternate F4 to get into this point already, looking to get the capture. Leba looked for the pulse bomb, could not find it, but they do find Suck in the end. The Primal Rage coming out from Incredible Hero to try to keep this point in the favor of the defense, and it might be working for them. Serena's gone out of this fight now, as well as Barbie, and a very low Leba is going to get taken down in the end as Ambatakum continue to hold strong here.
Yeah, they lost a lot. I figured it would kind of be over, but hey, good rebound for them, good regroup, and hey, you still got control of the point. You only need a few more percentage of it, but overall, good hold by Ambatakum. Very, very good, solid play by them.
Very solid indeed, as now they come into this fight having the EMP available, and the focus is going to have to be there. Down goes Natalie. Now they're looking for Sock, and that goes follows them quickly afterwards. This should be all they need to take this around. It's just the DPS remaining, and well, they're not going to be able to contest for too long as alternate F4 take the point.
It took them longer than they really wanted to, but they were able to finally get it with the hacks coming in on Zay and Barbie trying to knock him around. And they keep trying to take out Sock and Natalie left and right, which is what you really need if you're alternate F4 or any team in general. You got to focus on supports and take them down as fast as possible.
Yeah, as now they're coming into this next fight. They've got a lot of ultimates, does alternate F4, but the EMP is going to come in early and quick and good for Ambatakum, as this should be them solidifying their defense for the start of point 2.
Yeah, it's going to be a good hold getting in right there. An EMP can shut down any offense or any defense thing you got going on for you, so that alone will win you a team fight without having to get anything else invested in it. And if you can just get that, you're good and solid.
Well, Cookies does take Zay down late in that fight, as now things are looking pretty good for Ambatakum at the moment. The Nano Boost is going to go on to Incredible Hero, but losing Cookies and Mata early in this fight is not what you wanted to see, as the hack does come on to Incredible Hero, but I mean, it's not going, I mean, it is going to matter. They're going to have to back up and wait for that hack to go away.
They are, and just like I said, the hacks on both sides of that help you out so much. One like they're going to go on the main tanks or the supports. It's just good coordination. When that person is taken out, you have a 5v4 advantage. That's really all you can ask for.
Oh, they were so close to taking Monk out. Finally, Incredible Hero is going to be able to get them out of this fight. The Pulse Bomb stick coming in, but the Primal Rage there to keep Incredible Hero in the fight, as this should be Ambatakum holding on this point for the time being yet again.
Yeah, that's one thing you don't lose is your Lucio, because your Lucio can heal everybody at one time and speed boost them to the point in and out. That's the one you don't want to lose. And especially when you lose one or two, it just is basically team fight over, regardless of how many more resources you got to put in. It's usually most of the times you're not going to be able to come back and win anything.
As Zay is hacked up on point. They're going to be able to get out, though, who was, even though Zay was so very close to going down in the end, is now come in. There's the EMP from Cookies. Going to lock up 3, but the EMP in response from Zay is there as well. It might be just a little bit better. The rally from Natalie is there as well to keep everyone up and healthy, but there's no one to touch the point, as that is going to be alternate F4 able to cap point number 2.
So, like I said, same as last time. Taking them longer than I really wanted to, but able to cap it at the last second, but finally able to cap it. Finally get the picks they need. But now as we go to point 3, I got to wonder if these two teams are going to the same, or are they going to try to go more brawly style? It's going to be interesting to see if Ford can cap this and everything.
It definitely is, and currently they're opting to stick with Barbie on the Wrecking Ball. We'll obviously see if they keep that, if they do go down, but they're so close to Minefield, this might as well keep the hero for the time being. But Barbie is going to go down in the end. It's going to be down to a minute 30, maybe a minute 20 before the next fight comes underway.
Yeah, and just like alternate forwards on defense, every time you win a team fight or slow them down a little bit, that's, a few seconds here, a few seconds there, and that's what you don't want, because time is of the essence on these maps. Sometimes you think, oh, I got an eternity time, and then you blink and you lost it.
Primal Rage, the Nano Boost, all coming in onto Incredible Hero there, as Cookies has taken Serena out of this fight. Looking to finish things off. They don't really get any good value from said ultimates, but it's still buying them more time. It's down to under a minute. The Pulse Bomb stick coming out on to Barbie. Gonna go down, though, is Mata. As this is looking pretty good for Alternate F4, but a nice EMP comes in response from Cookies, as that should be Ambatakum holding on yet again. 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, you're approaching last team fight engagement, and so right now it's just basically, I'm expecting the first big ult to come out. It's got to help these teams. Probably Natalie's ult's going to try to help them, and then we shall see what these guys want to do. I would really think we probably switch to a brawl, but let's see if alternate forward can make it work.
They do have this EMP available, does say, as they're going to use that EMP early on, but the rally does come out from Natalie to keep them up and healthy in the back, as they're still looking to hold on to this. Sock does go down. The overtime bar is now in play, as the Pulse Bomb looking for a play. There it goes, but it's not going to hit anyone, as Incredible Heroes found Serena, and this looks more and more likely now that I say that. Incredible Heroes going to go down. Laba's going to find Mata out, but this is the problem with going to be if they capture this with time on the board. They do complete it, Sam, but they do not have a second opportunity to attack.
Right. So the way I see this coming is they're going to try to play as best as they can to force a tie. And Ambatakum's probably going to switch up a Sombra and Tracer to go attack. You get a scout on, and they're probably going to have 2 to 3 attacks in their mind of what they want to do to try to get 1 tick, which is 33.3%. So my guess is they're going to try to scout and then come back with an idea, or stick with the Sombra, try to hack the tank, full on attack the tank, and then 5v4 maybe rush everybody. This is what I'm thinking they might try to do.
I don't know. Currently, the only changes we're seeing from alternate F4 is Zay over to the Sojourn now here, trying to do something, trying to be a deterrent on that hero. But other than that, I mean, they've gotta have very good good hopes on this composition if they have any chance of giving the tie, as Ambatakum not making any swaps of their own.
This is going to be interesting. Looks like they believe in it, and they're going to try to have Natalie heal for like armor packs, the tank when it dives in, and the shots from Salt from afar is what they're going to try to do. All they need is 33%. They need 1 tick, and they're up 2-0.
As they are gonna look to get things going underway. Leba almost caught out there immediately by that hack, but the recall was there. I believe the Suzu as well, but the hack now coming onto Barbie. They're trying to take out the back line here. They take down Natalie, but they've already lost 2 players in response. Incredible Hero is just doing all the damage in the world for Ambatakum, and I think this might have just done it. It's just Barbie left. They're trying to buy the time, but can they get there in the end? No, the hack from Cookies keeps them off the point, as Ambatakum take map number 2 and go up 2-0 in the series.
On that engagement, when the Wrecking Ball in the backfield, the Bree was able to stun and heal them the other support up, while the Winston was diving to get their picks and this and that. and then that's what able to get them to win that engagement. So even when Barbie came back, Barbie was the only person on point. So that's a very good engagement for them, very good coordination for them, and able to get the win and go up 2-0.
Yeah, they're definitely looking good. Definitely looking like the better team at the moment. There are some signs from Alternate F4, though, that they could change things around, but it's got to be soon. It is a best of 3, so they cannot lose another map in this tonight, or, well, they go home. They do go only to the losers bracket, but however, you would like to have that leeway of going into the grand finals here and now, as we are about to finish up these replays, and then we are about to head into a break. But before we head into it, we do have we're gonna have them, obviously we don't have the map picked just yet. We're gonna be heading into an escort map, and those are going to be Rialto, Havana, Junkertown, and Shambali Monastery. We're gonna see where these two teams like to go right after this short little break. Don't go anywhere. More Overwatch action right after this. Welcome back, everyone. The stage has been set. It's currently 2-0 in the favor of Ambatakum. And now they're trying to book their tickets to the grand finals. We do have the map choice from alternate F4, and it is going to be Havana coming out from them. And while I was talking in the break, it is going to probably be Sigma double sniper. There's obviously the chance for other things to be ran. It's not the end-all be-all composition like Circuit Royale it is. They could run, like our producer Hippie said, we could see a spawn hold coming in from one of these two teams.
Yeah, spawn holds happen more than you think, especially if it's just to catch them off guard. And if it works, you can hold them for a long time. If it fails, hey, just kill as much time on the clock as you can. But more than likely, you're going to see the double sniper. You're going to see the Hanzo and the Widow. You're going to see the Sigma. You're probably going to see a Lucio to speed boost. Maybe an Ana in the back, or maybe a Kiriko. We can even see a Mercy Pocket, one of the two DPSs. One of the DPS just starts popping off from Narnia. So we shall see.
Yeah, as this should be a fantastic, well, hopefully at least a fantastic third map to start things off, as I'm definitely excited to see how these two teams decide to attack / defend this map coming up.
Yeah, I don't expect Brawl. We could get Brawl. We could see both Winstons getting played again. I think you're right. We will see the Sigma double sniper, but it can also transition open up to 2 or 3 other different compositions if they're not working. So it's anyone's guess what we're going to see when these two teams walk out of their spawns.
Yeah, as we are now loading into the game here, and well, no real changes coming out, no swapping of sides, no, oh, actually, there is a substitution coming in for Ambatakum. Hush is in on to the tank role for Incredible Hero, as, that's the only change. Obviously, there's no changes coming in from alternate F4. They only have 5 players on their squad, but Hush is now in because, well, they're going to be running the Sigma double sniper.
Yeah, to an absolutely shocking surprise of nobody. It's what every team is picking on this map, from the pro leagues all the way down to your tiers. It's just the staple composition you've come to expect on this team. So, like I said, it's just for both teams pretty much know what's coming. They know how to prepare / how to initiate their attacks and defenses. So we'll see what happens right here.
We shall see indeed as well. Our producer called it. The spawn hold is going to come in from alternate F4. Let's see how Ambatakum deal with it when they get there. Okay, there we go. There's the there we're now into the action. But we're gonna see the full sale swap already come out from them. Mata is gonna go over to the Farah to try to deal with this hold. There's no hit scan on the roster for alternate F4 at the moment. That's just gonna help them open up. They're just gonna have to back up. Leva does take down Cookies, but that's not going to be enough to change really anything. I mean, still, they have Barbie there for the time being. They're going to buy more time, but you really need to die quickly to get back with your team.
Yeah, you need to die as quick as possible in these spawn camps. You don't want to procrastinate, and then it's just staggering kills left and right. That's the last thing you want, because then it's just, you're going to force yourself later on to go, okay, let's just full on reset. And we're halfway there, or 3/4 of the way, or right at the point to cap it. That's the last thing you want if you're alternate F4.
Really is. It really is. They're going to come back into this. They're looking to change the tide of this map at the moment. Well, but the wave, again, seems to be too big for alternate F4 to combat, as Ambatakum continuous to hold on. No real contest for Mata in the skies, even though they swap Zay over to the Cassidy.
Yeah, like the last game, Cookies was the Echo and gave them fits. So now Mata's like, I'm gonna go far, and again, it's still giving them fits. I don't know, it's just they're not comfortable going against the Flyers or what, but Echo and Far are just proven to be alternate force kryptonite as so far these last 2 games.
Well, they do take down Mata in the midst of their barrage. They already lost a Monk. They're already losing all the players in the world. Barbie's in the back line trying to find out Sock, but well, the sleep dart is going to be true, and that is going to be Ambatakum taking point number 1.
I'm Barbie, alternate force, you might want to try to start figuring out some strategies or try to figure some other stuff out, like how you want to engage this, because something's not working. So I don't know if it's maybe a double sniper attack. I don't know, maybe it's a switch to a different tank, but we shall see.
We shall see indeed as they come now into this fight. As the Ant Matrix comes out from Serena, but that is Hush taking that space away from them. Now with the Nano Boost, Cookies finds 1-2, knock him down. She finds 2, but does find the grave in the end as Barbie finds them with the Accretion Rock, as this should be still Ambatakum continuing this cart progress.
Yeah, even if you lose Cookies right there, Cookies got 2 big picks to open that engagement. And Alternative Force is struggling to get any sort of momentum going right now. So I don't know what needs to happen, but they need to do something to get some momentum going, try to turn the tide in their favor, and start a reverse sweep going.
Yeah, as Mata swapped over to the Hanzo here, even the I don't know if that was, I'm assuming that was during the change into the brewery phase, because Farah not that good of a hero in brewery, as Cookies comes in true with another shot to the dome of Zay. They have Leba searching for her in the background, but in the midst of all that, Cookies still finding shots true onto the rest of alternate F4. Leba is gonna be able to, no, they're not gonna catch her out in the end, as it's still Ambatakum continuing to push this cart forward.
They are, and they're still sticking on the Diva Bomb, I believe. And it's just steadily just literally almost one-sided so far since the beginning. I don't know what Alternate Four needs to do, but it's just they need to do something. I don't know if it's a comp, I don't know if it's a team swap or what. But they have looked very picked apart in their defense right here.
Yeah, they definitely are not looking too good here, Sam. They do have, however, the Gravitic Flux to come back into this fight. That could be the opening that they're looking for, but Barbie is super low, gonna get anteed up and gonna be canceled out of that Gravitic Flux. Not gonna be able to find anything. The Nano Boost did come on to Hush, didn't find the value you might have been hoping for. It does help them take out Barbie, but Cookies is now gone, but Hush is in the back finding picks for the side of Ambatakum. They're gonna have to self-destruct to try to get back into the mat, but they do go down. Zay finding so many picks for alternate F4.
Yeah, Zay, the lone bright spot right now, able to get 2 to 3 picks and able to get some momentum going for them. But you're still with 2:35 on the clock and counting, so it's still anyone's game. It's still anybody's guess what's going to happen in this game. If Zaki's popping off, they can probably hold right here.
Yeah, as now they are looking to change things up as Mata comes in through with a 2K Dragon Strike, taking out the support line. Hush takes down Barbie and forces this objective even further for Ambatakum as Cookies takes down Leba. This should be it, but they are going to have the chance to contest it. They have the support ultimates available here, Sam.
More than likely, they're going to engage with Monk's ult at the very end, and then maybe have the window open up and try to get a picker through the window.
They did find 2 already, and Hush does go down to the Accretion Rock, so that's going to buy alternate F4 at least another fight here, as Cookies is still looking to go down. She might have gotten away now. Monk takes her out in the end, as Ambatakum have 1 minute and 25 seconds to go here.
Yeah, 1:25 on the clock. Good engagement coming up right here for Alternative 4 right there. And they kept Monk's ult, and they're close to the graphitic flux. So those two things alone can probably help them in this next engagement and engagement after that.
Natalie going down here yet again. Zay finding the space that's needed for alternate F4, trying to get this hold on point number 3. Hold is now better than ever. So at least they get the hold. The gravitic flux coming out. The transcendence there from Natalie to hold them in hold them in the position, but still losing Sock out is not looking good at the moment here. The nice transcendence from Monk is going to keep them up and healthy. 30 seconds to go. They might have another opportunity for another fight.
Yeah, you're 30 seconds left. You're looking at last team fight engagement territory, and they're right there at one team fight from pushing it. There's alternate 4s, 1 or 2 picks from holding it. So it's see who gets the first big play between these two teams.
As they look to try to do something. The touch is going to be there as Natalie takes down Barbie early on in this fight. They've got the opening that Ambatakum was looking for. Zay is going to find Mata in this fight, but they're still not having enough picks in their favor, as that's all Ambatakum in the kill feed. It's just, I believe, yeah, it's just Zay remaining in the fight currently, but they're going to go down. No, they take down Natalie. They go down in the end. The Barbie is there now on points. The overtime bar is going to tick away quite quickly. There's the amp matrix from Serena trying to keep that healing up and going, but it's still not looking to be enough. It's just Barbie left on point. The pulse bomb is available for the stick if need be. There's the pulse bomb coming out. Hush takes down Leba. Zay swaps over to the Genji, but it's not enough, as is Ambatakum, who takes all 3 points.
And even the funny thing to think about right there is they got all 3 points, but it took so much from overtime to win it. So alternate 4 can take that win, as it looked very bleak at the beginning. So they're able to rebound nicely and force overtime if there is overtime. So if they can capture more time, and then they will have a chance to start reversing this. But again, it's going to see how they attack and what their strategy is going to be going forward.
Yeah, you said it could be, they could come back into this. The difficulty with all of escort maps, Havana included, is it's just so difficult to complete with any time on the bank. Well, we saw they had a huge time bank, did Ambatakum, coming into the last point there. There was about four minutes, I would say. It got whittled all the way down to a minute. And now, so it's going to be very hard for alternate F4 to even complete this map. That's why Ambatakum getting that far is so huge for them to solidify their victory, because this is, again, match point. Whoever wins this goes to the grand finals. We're not going to be seeing the spawn hold come out from Ambatakum. They're going to be sticking with the double sniper composition. So is alternate F4.
Yeah, they're going to stick. They're both teams are pretty much going to be mirroring each other, and it's going to be see which is a bend or break mentality, which one gets the first pick off first. And Ambatakum's going to give them the space so they can start pushing the cart, because they're the ones that need it more than Ambatakum. So Alternative 4 is needing this win and needing a time bank to keep this alive. They don't want to go to the loser's bracket, and Ambatakum wants to win so they can go on and have a break and start scouting for their next game. So both teams are going to do a bend or break, filling out mentality before they engage with each other.
Yeah, as Hush is going to get caught out there by the accretion rock of Barbie, but still, no one's gone down yet, but this cart has progressed quite a bit of a way now. They are going to, if Ambatakum loses this fight, which, thanks to Cookies and Mana, that does not seem to be the case right now, they will not have a chance to contest this cart as Ambatakum hold on strong to start their defense.
This is a very good defensive job right there. Again, like I said, bend but not break. Both teams trying to figure each other out. and it just takes 1 or 2 pickoffs, and boom, Ambatakum able to get it, able to hold, and then the picks come in left and right. And then it's going to be a regroup for Alternative 4 to figure out how they want to engage this one.
As they're going to come into the fight now, looking to open things up. They are going to have a nice opening pick coming in from Leba, taking Cookies out of this fight early on, and that's going to be a lot of space now open up for Alternate F4, not worrying about the Widow's sight lines, as that's just going to be, is it Ambatakum just holding on for the time being and just giving up first point?
Is it? Like,
oh my goodness.
You never see that in games. Unless that is a big piece of your team missing. I figured they would try to engage with it, but wow, did not see that coming. But nonetheless, 4 minutes on the clock. So the payload is going to start progressing as they go to the second point of Havana.
Yeah, as they now looking to get things underway. The Dragon Strike was there from Mata as the Gridic Flux comes in. Natalie does not have the Transcendence available, so close to it. They've lost 2 players. They were trying to change it back into the favor of Ambatakum, but they can't do it just yet. The Amp Matrix comes out. They're going to find out Monk, who had used their Transcendence. The Transcendence of their own comes in strong, keeping Hush up and healthy, making the space that they need to find the picks in response to keep this point held in their favor.
They are. That was a very good from Ambatakum. Giving Hush up as long as they could. Very good, solid, plays and way to keep your tank up. So I'm looking at Leba and Cookies right here to see which of the 2 Widows opens things up for their teams.
We've definitely seen Cookies be the one to do that so far, but I mean, we've also seen Leba pop off sometimes as well, but we shall see as the fight breaks out up on top, as they're still forcing Alternate F4 back. Now the Dragon Strike comes through. No one, unfortunately, there for Zay, as Cookie's scouting out. Oh, and that's going to be the Lamp finding the shot instead of Leba, and that might have bought them some more time. The cart gonna be moving a little bit now here as this is going to be opening up a little bit more, but now Hush has the Gridic Flux available. They're going to use it. Mata's gone down, though. That's a lot of damage gone from Ambatakum, but that's not going to stop them from taking hold of the defense yet again.
Yeah. Like I said right there, I was like, which of these 2 Widows will pop off first? And Leba pops off first, but Cookies gets the bigger pop-offs on the Widow plays. So, again, one of those 2 Widows is going to open up things for their team, and that's what I think is going to be happening. And it's going to be the follow-through to see which of these 2 teams is going to win.
Yes, they're going to come now into this fight. They're going to look to get things underway. Both Widows have the sights online. But there's the Dragon Strike coming in from Mata, who had that positioning known thanks to Cookies' infra sights. And Mata is going to take down the supports. Natalie going to get in on the kills as well, taking Barbie out. As this is all but over here. 1:10 to go. Obviously, there's still time on the board for Alternate F4, but it's looking rough.
They do have time on the board. It's looking a lot of rough, but you will have multiple ults you can use. When Barbie drops ult, Natalie's probably going to pop ult, and Monk's going to keep his till the very last second if they need it. Leba probably need to flank around and try to load a clip on one of the 2 long scan hit scans and try to open it up for them, and Zay's going to try to get a pick off from across the map. Will be your best bet.
Yeah, as they're going to look to get things underway. Sock and Natalie are so low, though. They did not pop their Transcendence to keep them up and healthy, and now things are on the they're on the back foot, and I think they're going to have to give up this second point here, as Alternate F4 have a new lease on life in a few short moments.
Yeah, that's what, like I said, I predicted that. And Lee was able to come around and get cookies, which was huge. Barbie's ult was huge. And then they were able to keep Monk's ult, which is very good for them if you're alternate 4. And now you have a chance to tie. You have a chance for overtime, which a lot of times in games, that's all you ask for.
Yeah, as, they're going to be able to open this up. 1:20 on the board is not enough to capture Havana with time on the board, which is very unfortunate for alternate F4. You would have liked to have a lot more time on the bank to go into this, but they are making a lot of space right now.
They're making space for their teams. Zay is just so far away from everybody else, just sniping from an angle. Liba's doing the same thing. And that's what you want, is all those guys to do their things, make some space for your tanks and supports, and try to get your pickoffs.
As they're going to come, and that Great Flux from Hush was there, but they're going to lose Mata and Natalie early on. This is not looking good. 35 seconds, though. They have their DPS ultimates available, but they cannot lose these two heroes here and now as they're forcing the objective. Barbies is going to get in onto this. They're going to take down Sock. That's not good. Cookies is going to go down maybe as well, but the reinforcements are there. They can take out Barbie in there in the midst of everything. They need to get the touch. There's the Dragon Strike coming in. Mata finds the pick onto Serena, and the re-engage can come in for Ambatakum, but they need to touch, and they need to touch now. It's just Cookies, Barbie left on the point, but that's going to be all they need. Alternate F4 are going to be able to complete the time.
Yeah, even with Serena and Monk going down, and you would think with less than 30 seconds left, 2 non-mobile characters, that was going to be it. But the Hanzo Widow was just, they did their picks. They were able to get picks at the very last second. I believe it was Liba was away from everybody, like right where the part starts turning indigo. Was over that high ground just sniping with nobody in the face. And when you give a Widowmaker that much space, nobody around, no getting harassed or anything, that is very, very good for your Widow. You can just easily just start picking them off left and right.
That's unfortunate. I feel like I very much cast a curse to that round for Ambatakum. And I want to apologize to the Ambatakum faithful that's in Twitch chat. Don't hate me, please. I don't want to be hated by their fan base. No. But here they come into this next fight. No shenanigans of a spawn hold. They're gonna be opting to go for the Sigma double sniper yet again.
Hey, if it ain't broke, why fix it? They're just gonna mirror each other and may the best person win. Bro, you know, that's pretty much where we're at.
That is pretty much it, as this is gonna be coming in soon. The fight is underway, but they're still looking for the first pick in it here, as Leba on high ground looking for the shots to start things up. Hush is so low, though. They cannot afford to lose their Sigma early on in this fight. But neither can they afford to lose Mata. Cookies is going to try to turn it around. They find Leba out of this. If they can find another pick, this would be massive and continue the push for Ambatakum right now. As now they are on somewhat of the back foot. The respawn is there. Mata swapped over to the Tracer. So did Leba to try to get back a little bit quicker, as the overtime bar now going to be ticking underway, and Leba has found out Cookie. The swap works wonders for alternate F4 as the duel coming in the back line looking for the supports of Ambatakum, and they are going to find out only Sock, and it's looking like this is all but over for the offense of Ambatakum. Alternate F4. Hold on.
That was very, very good hold for alternate 4, because when I was watching that, Leba going Tracer went straight to Widow, fearless, and said, I gotta shut the Widow down. Put a clip in Widow. Widow goes down, and that's what stops the attack for alternate F4, because then your Hanzo's got free range, and then you're going to go, okay, let me go try to rest the Hanzo, and your Sigma and Tracer just teeing off on the other guys. Natalie tried their best, Salk their best, but Serena and Monk were just discording and trying to headshot anything that moved and was shooting with the Baptiste. Like, overall, very good coordination, very good defense for alternate F4.
I'm sorry. I wasn't even paying attention to what you were saying, Sam. I'm very just confused on what Ambatakum is running on their defense right now. That's what I've been trying to dissect for the past couple of seconds here. I'm just at a loss for words right now.
I understand. I feel you. They're going to try to use the Pharmacy combo, and the Cookies is going to be the Widow, try to snipe from behind. And Hush is going to try to just stall his ball as much as they can. And then they're going to try to Salk's going to try to snipe and sleep dart the tank, and Barbie is what trying to do with the spawn camp.
This isn't looking good. Leba already found Cookies out of this fight as the cart is moving up for them. They're going to be swapping over to the Sombra now, but things are looking all right now. No, maybe not. They've lost Mata, they've lost Hush, they've lost Nate. They have to regroup immediately. They cannot lose Sock here, or this is all but over for them.
Right, you lose a 1 or 2, you need to go just lose the fight, regroup with how much time you got right there. If not, that is the last thing you want, is for you to stagger your picks and stagger the team fights and be down like 5-4, 5-3 as much as little as possible.
Ooh, that was a fantastic play coming in. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Everything's going into the favor of Ambatakum, but oh my gosh, do we have a replay, Hippie? Please tell me you have a replay of that play. Oh my goodness. What an entrance for Ambatakum there to end the series off. That was, I'm at a loss for words.
Wow, just wow. Not much as you can say, but wow. I mean, just overall great play by both teams. Not much you can say.
It really was, and I'm just excited to see that replay yet again, because I mean, it was the quintessential way you should run that composition that they were playing. They hacked the Baptiste. The anti-nade from Sock was immaculate, and the pile driver and the follow-up from them was there as well, and I'm excited to see that again. We're going to be taking a look at the replays from the previous rounds, as I didn't mention this. Ambatakum took the map and the series. Now they have booked their ticket to the grand finals. In my admiration for that play, I had lost that plot line.
And it was very good plays. Both teams are evenly matched a lot of times. I think just both teams. I think if you're alternate 4, you lost to them twice in a row. You got to go back to the drawing board, go back to your coaches, figure out what to do, how to fix it. Otherwise, you're at Ambatakum, you're going, we beat them 2 in a row, and if we face them again in the grand finals, if they make it a loser's bracket, and they make it a sweep in 3 in a row.
Yeah, they are, they like, it's going to be really difficult to beat them again, 3 in a row, as this is, all really over for them. They do have, obviously, a nice, opportunity. Obviously, they're not out of things yet. They still have a chance in the losers finals, either against Party Pugs or Team Emperor. But, I mean, you've still got to like Ambatakum's chances in the grand finals here. Oh my god, there's the replay again of it. Oh my goodness. What a fantastic play coming in from them.
That was just a nutty play right there. Just watching the replay of how they capped it off. That was very, very well coordinated. very nutty, but very well coordinated.
Yeah, so now I have to think of who can be. I'm going to give the MVP to whoever the shot caller is of Ambatakum. That is the only real way I can give that to whoever. That was just a comms differential from Ambatakum in the end, and I think that's a pretty good that's a pretty good idea for who the MVP should be.
Agreed. Your shot caller, whoever it was just top tier. Like, you gotta have a top tier shot caller. If you don't, your team's not gonna do anything. And hats off to both teams, GGWP to both teams, the coaching staffs and everything. You know, of course, we're gonna see Ambatakum in the grand finals, and good luck to Alternate 4, and they're in the losers bracket whoever they're gonna play next. So we're gonna be in for a treat to watch these two teams play. Probably we might see them again.
We really might. We're going to end things off here because, I have another cast to get to in about 40 minutes here on, I believe, CGL 1. So, go get a snack, go get some dinner if you haven't gotten it. Come back. CGL 1 has High Five versus Crazy 88. So it's going to be a banger of a series you're not going to want to miss. But that's going to be it for us here. It's been me, Joker's Ransom, him, Big Sam, and Hippie and Lottie on the production side. Thank you all for watching. Peace out and have a wonderful rest of your night.
Peace, people. Take care and stay